Hello everyone. Today we'll take up another type of phytohormone, that is salicylic acid. This phytohormone, which is in phenolic in nature, it is also known as phenolic PGR, means phenolic plant growth regulators. It function in modulating biotic and abiotic stresses. When the plant faces the stress like biotic due to the some insect feeding or any other abiotic stress like temperature, salinity, etc., so the salicylic acid synthesis will be induced. One of the tree species, that is Salix species, which is also commonly known as willow tree, it has been observed that the bark of these trees contains salicylic acid, methyl salicylate, and other glycosides. Salicylic acids, chemically known as 2-hydroxybenzene carboxylic acid. This is the structure of salicylic acid. So here we start from the carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could be seen that the OH group, that is hydroxyl group, present in the carbon number 2 or second position of the carbon. So it is known as 2-hydroxy, and this is the benzene ring. So benzene, and this is COOH, carboxylic acid group. So 2-hydroxy benzene carboxylic acid. Now we move on to biosynthesis. The biosynthesis of salicylic acid occurs via two routes. One is TCA pathway, that is trans-cinnamic acid pathway. Second one is chorismate pathway. The first one, that is trans-cinnamic acid pathway, starting with the phenylalanine, that is the one of the amino acid or the aromatic amino acid, which is also known as the precursor for the synthesis of salicylic acid. So it is the precursor for biosynthesis of salicylic acid, that is aromatic amino acid. Now it will be converted into TCA, that is trans-cinnamic acid, via enzyme, that is PAL, phenylalanine ammonia lyase. Now the trans-cinnamic acid is converted into the benzoic acid, that is BA. Then this benzoic acid is converted into salicylic acid by the enzymes that is known as benzoic acid 2-hydroxylase. These benzoic acid 2-hydroxylase add OH group at carbon number 2 position. So this is the first pathway. Then the second one is the chorismic acid pathway. These pathway start with the chorismic acid, in which it will convert into the isochorismic acid by the enzyme isochorismate synthase. Now this isochorismic acid is converted into salicylic acid by the enzyme isochorismate pyruvate lyase. So this is the two-step process. First, the chorismic acid is converted into the isochorismic acid, and then it will be converted into salicylic acid. So these two major pathways plays important role in the biosynthesis of salicylic acid. There is some other product, that other chemical like methyl salicylate, which is also interconvertible with salicylic acid. In chorismate pathway, there is an enzyme that is isochorismate synthase. This is also known as ICS1. The mutant of these enzymes would not be able to synthesize salicylic acid, because in the mutant these enzymes are absent. That's why the chorismic acid cannot be converted into the isochorismic acid, and hence the salicylic acid cannot be synthesized. Now we move on to physiological functions of the salicylic acid. The first major function is the senescence. It is noted that salicylic acid positively regulates leaf senescence. Senescing leaves exhibit an upregulation of gene involved in biosynthesis of salicylic acid. It means when the leaves in their senescing stage, they will be upregulate the genes which are involved in the biosynthesis of salicylic acid. So it could be observed that salicylic acid positively promote the leaf senescence, or it will enhance the leaf senescence. Or we can also say that the salicylic acid has a role in leaf senescence. The second function is the regulation of thermogenesis. Thermogenesis, it means generation of heat. It is a metabolic event. It will be occur due to diversion of electron flow. Electron transport chain, which is occur in mitochondria, It could be seen that electron divert from cytochrome respiratory pathway. This is the common pathway that electron follow, but due to diversion of from this pathway to cyanide insensitive non-phosphorylating electron transport pathway, there will be release of energy as heat. It it could be due to absence of energy conservation site like UV quinone or O2. When the electron divert from cytochrome to cyanide insensitive electron pathway, there will be no acceptor or no any conservation site like UV quinone or oxygen. So due to absence of these conservation site, the energy cannot be conserved and it is released in a form of heat. In the plant voodoo lily, the scientific name is Soromatum species. It could be observed that part of inflorescence becomes much warmer. This warming is due to the release of energy as heat. So these plants show thermogenic effect. This thermogenesis could be play important role in the survival of certain plants, like in voodoo lily. This warming of the inflorescence leads to the release of some chemical compounds or some chemical attractants like amines, which helps to attract the pollinators. The cyanide resistance oxygen uptake catalyzed by alternative oxidants. When the electron diverts from the cytochrome to cyanide insensitive pathway, there will be acting as one of the enzyme, that is alternative oxidase, that catalyze the reaction, and energy could be generated and it will be not be conserved due to absence of UV quinone and oxygen. So it is released in form of heat. So it could be observed that these thermogenic event, it could be initiated due to signaling. The signaling molecule which initiate this event is it is salicylic acid. So the salicylic acid is one of the signal that initiate thermogenesis event. There is one more compound that is known as caloregen. Caloregen also indicated the presence of salicylic acid. It is a water soluble substance produced in male flower where the thermogenic event can be observed. So these caloregen causes release of amines and other chemicals which attracts pollinators in the voodoo lily. So this is the whole concept of thermogenesis. So we can say that the salicylic acid is play important role in thermogenesis, and the thermogenesis could be beneficial for the some plants for their survival and different activities. The another major role of the salicylic acid is the SAR. SAR stands for systemic acquired resistance. This systemic acquired resistance could be seen during the infection. Let us consider the one situation that in treatment of tobacco leaves with salicylic acid induce synthesis of PR, that is pathogen related protein, and resistance to TMV infection, that is tobacco mosaic virus infection. So if we exogenously apply or induce the salicylic acid, it will lead to the resistance against particular disease. That in this case, in tobacco leaves, there will be resistance in for TMV infection by synthesis of certain PR proteins or other resistance mechanisms. It could be initiated by a hypersensitive response during pathogen invasion. These hypersensitive response lead to generation of signaling molecule from infective leaf to other parts via phloem. So suppose one of the part of the plant like leaves would be infected by some virus, then it will be lead to the generation of molecule like salicylic acid act as a signaling molecule which go through the phloem or other transport pathway to the other side of plant to alert the other side of plant to synthesis of PR proteins and get resistance. Means one portion of infected part could be alert the other part to get resistance or to synthesize PR proteins to defense against pathogen. So it will lead to the triggers defense related resistance. It could be for easy explanation, we draw a plant. This is a leaf. root. Suppose this part of the plant, this leaf of the plant get infected with the TMD. So the signaling molecule can be released and it will transport to the phloem, then it will goes to the other part of plant like other leaves. It will go to the other leaves through phloem or to the root system. So the signaling molecule goes in different part, that is in case salicylic acid which act as a signaling molecule. So it will alert the other part of the plant to synthesize some resistance protein that will degrade or that will degrade the pathogen if these part will also get infected then in future. So SARS work like this, that is systemic acquired resistance. These by this phenomena the plant or different part of the plant that is not get infected also require resistance by the help of signaling molecule, that is salicylic acid. So the salicylic acid would provide the signal and alert the other part of plant and prevent infection. So from this part we have completed the physiological function of salicylic acid. So in this video we have covered the discovery, the biosynthesis, the phenylalanine which is the major precursor for the synthesis of salicylic acid. We have also studied the two pathways, that is Corismet pathway and the TCA pathway. Then we also study the physiological function. The major function is that it has a role in senescence, in thermogenic event, and also in SAR, that is systemic acquired resistance. So if you have any doubt then you can ask in comment section. So till here you can like, share, subscribe to my channel if you get more such video. Thank you for watching.